Good morning. I'm going to do this real quick before I start work. I only have a few minutes, and I know there's not really going to be anybody jumping on here, which is fine. I'm also going to post this on my YouTube page. So I wanted to show how to do a one color glitter cup with Tack It and how I mix the Tack It. So I'm going to show you how I mix the Tack It next. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and apply the Tack It, the pre-mixed Tack It on this tumbler. So the plies we're going to use today is Tack It over and over, some warm water, medicine cups, a cup of water, your paintbrush, strainer, glitter color, and baby wipes. I also base coated in the Rust-Oleum 2x clear white, and I'm going to use the Rust-Oleum 2x clear semi-gloss clear spray to seal. It's important to seal your Tack It cups. So go ahead and get this Tack It on here, and while the Tack It's drying, I'm going to show you guys how I mix my Tack It. I'm just going to pour out a little of the pre-mixed Tack It in the cup. It doesn't take much at all. I'm going to dry my brush off a little bit. I'm going to use this one. And then I'm just going to brush the Tack It on there. When I first get the Tack It on there, I'm not paying attention to lines. I just want to get the Tack It on, and then I'll go back through and clean up. I don't know, it's white, so you might not be able to see those big lines. This is going to be a white glitter cup. It's going to be that snowman tumbler. My bestest, dearest friend in the whole wide world loves snowmen, so I'm going to make this for her. Alright, so once I got the Tack It on it, I'm just going to go back through and I'm going to smooth down those harsh lines. And I'm going to make sure that the entire cup is covered with the Tack It. And I'm just going to get rid of those harsh lines, so the glitter will sit up on top of those harsh brush lines and you'll be able to see them, which is not the effect that we want. And I just wipe off the excess Tack It when it piles up. That's what I'm doing over on the side. So just going over, making sure that I touch the entire cup with the Tack It. And clean up on the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to set this aside to dry. Put that in there. That's the way if there's more than that, I usually dump it back in the container. I'm still gonna. The Tack It, the small container is like $4, but it goes a long way because you're mixing with water. Okay, so let me show you guys how I mix this. I'm going to mix in these medicine cups so y'all can see what I'm doing. Alright, give my Tack It a little shake, and in here I have warm water. It seems to mix faster and better with warm water, like when you're making Kool-Aid, sugar dissolves in warm water faster. So I'm gonna pour my Tack It in here. So I'm just showing y'all, I don't really measure, but I'm gonna show y'all how little water I'm actually gonna use. That cup. I thought I had another cup of that. So I'm gonna rinse this out real quick, or wipe it out. All right. So that's how much Tack It is in here, right? I want y'all to see. That's hard to do. Anyway, do it this way. All right. I'm not going to do equal parts. I'm going to do more Tack It than water. Okay, that's how I'll just start. So it's more of the Tack It than water in here. And if I need to, I'll add more. And I'm just going to mix. Okay, like I like that consistency. That's pretty good. Just a little water, not a whole lot of water. So not 50-50, maybe like 70% Tack It, 30% water, or 60% Tack It, 40% water. So it's not half and half. That didn't work for me. Because half and half, when I applied it on the cup, it like separated. So this is my pre-mixed. That's what I like right there. And that's a good consistency that works for me. So I'm just going to put it in here. And you saw how much that made, and how little I actually used when I applied it on the tumbler. So, why am I using the Tack It to apply glitter? Because one, I don't like always mixing epoxy, which the epoxy method to apply glitter is definitely my go-to. Well, it's been, I think Tack It has now replaced it. I don't like mixing epoxy all the time. Mod Podge, that once you've applied your glitter over the Mod Podge, it takes way too long to dry. And then if you don't let it sit long enough, you run the risk of messing up your cup. Good morning, Cheryl. In the Tack it stays tacky. So especially like when you're doing ombre, you have time to apply your ombre and get it to look the way you want before it dries, because it just stays tacky. All right. So Tack It, it stays tacky longer for your glitter application. It doesn't take long to apply it. So there's no taking a long time to mix it and all of that stuff. And it takes you, it's like Loctite. It takes you from your glitter stage to your first layer of epoxy a lot faster. So I'll apply my glitter. I'll let it dry for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I'll dry brush it, lightly dry brush any loose glitter off. That's if I, especially if I have an ombre, then I'll seal it. And after, I'll let it dry for like 15, 20 minutes after sealing, and then I will epoxy. So from start to finish, you're looking at like a 40 minutes from applying your glitter to getting that first layer of epoxy on there. So today I'm gonna use High Flash. It's sassoncrafts.com, High Flash 0.008. And I'm putting it in here because I like it. It's like a sifter. So I like it. This isn't necessary for one color. I'm just being extra. And I'm just gonna tap. And just tapping along. I did a live doing an ombre using the Tack It and the sifter. So it's in there, and I also posted that video on YouTube. So it's available to watch either in this group or on YouTube. All right. And then I'm going to dust my bottom. All right. And I'm just going over. I don't want to have any empty spots where I didn't put any glitter. Okay. And then I'll give it a good knock. Right, and there you go. And it's done glittering. So after this, I'll let this dry for like 15 minutes. And then I'll dry dust it, which a lot doesn't really come off on the dry dusting. Okay, Kimberly, I'll dry dust it and spray it with an adhesive, let it dry for about 15 minutes, and then I'll head on over and start to epoxy. Well, I could, but I'm not because I gotta work. So I won't be epoxying. I won't be applying epoxy on this right away. That's it. And like when I dry dust this, hardly anything's gonna fall off because I use that sifter, right? So yeah, y'all can't, there you go. Most of the glitter is on the paper. It's like when you're sifting flour. And that's it. Isn't that pretty? High Flash by Sasson Crafts. All right, y'all have a great Friday. TGIF, Friday, woohoo, weekend starts, yay. And enjoy y'all's Friday, enjoy y'all's weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later.